What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success. And along my journey, back before I created two separate six-figure businesses and left my job that I absolutely hated, there were some things that I learned along my journey as an entrepreneur that fundamentally changed my own beliefs about myself and my own ability to become successful. And after I learned these things, it gave me this newfound confidence in how things work as an entrepreneur that allowed me to become successful just because I could see the path in front of me and I knew what it looked like to become successful. And what I'm going to share with you in this video here is one of those things that fundamentally changed how I felt about entrepreneurship. It made me feel like all of this would be possible for me and that I could actually make it happen. And what I'm going to be sharing with you today is the importance of being proactive as an entrepreneur. So strap in, buckle up, because this is going to be a very profound and fundamental video for you on your own entrepreneurial journey. Apparel Success is sponsored by my buds over at BrandCrowd. BrandCrowd is a logo maker tool where you just type in the name of the logo that you want to have made, you hit enter, and thousands of logos will come up. You just scroll through the logos, look for the one that you like, and then you can edit that logo for your own brand until it's absolutely perfect. And all of that is free until you find the logo that you like. I made this Hundo P design for my own clothing brand that I'm going to be selling through my website. If you're interested, head over to brandcrowd.com/apparel success, and you can get 66% off of your logo at checkout. All right, so in order for me to really get this message across in a way that sinks inside of you, where you remember it, it changes how you fundamentally feel about your business and about your ability to achieve success, I first want to lay out for you and illustrate for you what an average life looks like, what most people's lives look like coming up through the school system and entering into, the market. Because what most people experience is they go to school, they have some interest in some academic area, maybe they go to college, university, they get a degree, and then they find some job that applies to that degree that they got in school. They get stuck in this job that they don't really like. They end up going home, and the only way to feel better at the end of the day is to watch Netflix to cope with it, or to eat crappy foods to feel better about it and just complain about work. And then you go back to work. And this is most people's lives. This is the situation that most people find themselves in, literally just coming up through society the way that everything is structured. Okay, and there is another way to live beyond this that's a million times better. And the only way to get to that point where you aren't stuck in this dead-end job that you don't really like, the only way to get to this place in life where you're running your own business that you're passionate about, you're enjoying every day, it doesn't even feel like you're working, you're making 10 times more money than the average person because you're locked into your zone, you're offering the world your special talents, your special gifts, is to be proactive while being in this situation that everybody finds themselves in where they're working and they can't get out and they're in this job that they don't like. Now, what does this idea of being proactive really mean? What it means is that you're taking actions that are intended to cause change rather than reacting to change. So you want to be a creator of circumstance rather than a creature of circumstance. And there's a great saying, folks that never do more than what they get paid for never get paid more than they do. And the reason for that is because until you get out there and you start building the thing that is going to change your life, is going to give you a different future, is going to give you different outcomes, it's just never going to fall into your lap and it's never going to just happen for you. And nothing could be truer than that with my own experience of building my successful businesses here, escaping the job that I was working and living this life where it's completely within my own control and where I am living a life that I want to live, making the money that I want to make. And what my journey looked like was I was working a job that I absolutely hated. I would literally be driving home from work, screaming in my car because I hated the job so much. And that was motivation for me. Every time I had to go to work these 12-hour shifts that I was stuck in, I'd come home from work, and instead of complaining about it all day and, watching Netflix so that I just go back to work again the next day, I would work on my clothing brand all night, sometimes to like 3 a.m. when I worked at like 8 a.m. the next day. And I'd shoot YouTube videos. Even though I wasn't being rewarded yet, I wasn't reaping any of the benefits from the work that I was doing, I was putting things in place proactively while in this life that I was stuck in to eventually build things big enough that I could leave. And that is absolutely necessary for anybody who is stuck in that position. It's something that you're gonna have to do in order to get out. Now, the best part about this is that it literally is not nearly as hard as you think in your head. The only reason why most people don't do this is because it's something that they just don't understand. They don't know that they're kind of stuck in this world that's been created for them. And in order to get out of it, they're going to have to really start doing things proactively throughout their day that are slowly building up this other life. You're building a bridge big enough so that once your business gets big enough, once your side hustle gets big enough, you can eventually just leave your job. And now you've entered into this whole new world where you're not stuck in this position that you hate, and you've been proactive building this life. And once you leave your job, things become so much easier because now you don't even have to be as proactive in terms of when you come home from work working on your business, but instead your whole day can be spent building this proactive life for yourself, because you're not stuck in this loop of needing to make money through this other job, not having enough time to work on your business, to work on the thing that you really want to work on. It will never rain more roses. If you want more roses, you have to get out there and plant more roses. And that's essentially what we're trying to do here to get out of this very common, very, very common situation of struggling and being stuck in this job that you can't seem to leave. And this is the way out, okay? It's carving out time and just being patient in building something on the side and being willing to invest the time into that. And there's basically no limit to the areas of your life that you can be proactive in. When it comes to your diet, instead of eating things that just come your way throughout the day, make a proactive decision to eat healthy. Your future self is going to be much healthier if you do that. Same thing about going to the gym. Rather than just kind of going through your day, carve out time to be proactive, to go to the gym, to work out your body. And in the future, you're going to be in much better shape. You're going to be much healthier. When it comes to content creation for your clothing brand or for your business, get out there, start shooting content for a YouTube channel, start shooting content for a TikTok account. Even if you're in this other life situation right now, if you just keep pushing it, you keep building it over the years, this is something that you're going to be able to accomplish as long as you're passionate about it and you've got a good enough grip on the types of things that you have to offer and what you can give to the world. This is a really powerful lesson to internalize as an entrepreneur looking to shake things up and truly make this happen. Doing the best in this moment puts you in the best place for the next moment. And you want to be making hay while the sun shines, as they say, right? You don't want to be waiting until your life is a complete mess and you're too old or you're just kind of like not in your prime to be figuring this out. Right now, if you have any spare time throughout your day and your life isn't where you want it to be, you're not making the money that you want to be making, the way to get out of that is literally through this. It's about being proactive, figuring out what goals you want to head towards, and then in your spare time, just slowly building towards that. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to get it now. As long as you're working on it, that's literally all that matters. I'm so passionate about this topic because when I was starting up my clothing brand, when I was starting up my YouTube channel, there were a couple years there where I'm sure it looked crazy to my friends and family because I wasn't getting any really good results from it at all. And I was just working on this stupid side project in my spare time. And to them, it would just look like, dude, what are you doing? What are you wasting your time for? But if you as the entrepreneur, if you have that vision and you just have that belief in yourself and you understand this idea of building something in your spare time, eventually it gets to the point where your life is the only one out of all of your friends and your family where you're doing the thing that you really want to be doing and you're living that life that you've created entirely for yourself without relying on anybody else. And you've really built those skills that will allow you to do this forever and just time and time again because you were willing to invest that time and be proactive into doing it. Stephen Covey said, proactive people carry their own weather with them. Because rather than just being dumped on by whatever weather you're getting that day, as a proactive person, as somebody who's built their own life, you carry this weight with you. You carry your own sort of weather system. You've created that for yourself, and you're not just sort of a victim of whatever's going on in your life. And so I really hope that this message has sunk in for you, trying to get out of whatever position you're in, realizing that this is all going to come down to your ability to be proactive here and start building that life that you want to build. So I hope you enjoyed. If you got a lot of value out of this, please hit the like button for me. It really helps me get these videos out there. And let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. And if you haven't already, check out my free clothing brand marketing masterclass. All you have to do to get access is go to apparelsuccess.com/masterclass, and you can watch the whole thing for free. And if you made it to this point in the video, I want to tell you about the closed Facebook group that we have for Apparel Success. There's a link in the description. Follow that link, join us in the group, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.